A young forestry worker has been killed on the job. An accident near his work site on Highway 19 south of Port McNeill. The 24-year-old worked for Holbrook Dyson. That's a Campbell River based logging contractor. He was hit by a van being driven by a co-worker just after 5 o'clock last night. CTV's Gord Kurbis has the story.
The logs are continuing to move on the North Island, but today there is a touch of sorrow as the logging community mourns the loss of one of its workers.
The logging company itself, I think, is fairly small, and they're a very tight-knit group, and this would affect anybody pretty drastically.
The accident occurred north of Sayward near the turnoff to the Mount Cain ski resort. Police attended the scene to begin their investigation and haven't yet released the name of the victim.
A lot of people were exposed to this, and I'm sure that it has hit a lot of people very hard.
Sayward RCMP, WorkSafe BC, and the BC Coroner Service are investigating the death of a 24-year-old Campbell River man who was killed at the end of the workday yesterday. RCMP say the accident happened around 5:15 last night as the workers had finished their shift. They were all gathered around a central parking lot and had just loaded their gear into a passenger van similar to this one. The 24-year-old man was killed somehow as the van was backing up. In the driver's seat was a 22-year-old man from Port McNeill. Police say the driver, the victim, and all the loggers who witnessed the event were all employed by the same company.
They've been working for that company for several years altogether, and again, this is a very unfortunate occurrence. The driver is obviously very shaken.
The logger was employed by Holbrook Dyson, which has its head office in Campbell River. Today, that office was closed and phone calls were going straight to voicemail. Al Braybrook is a retired logging truck driver. He says he's familiar with the company and says he always found it to be concerned with safety.
Oh yes, the company that's involved up there, they're a good company. I hauled some logs from them, found them to be very safe. No, never any problem.
Braybrook says when an accident like yesterday's happens, it affects the entire logging community.
People in Sayward and the valley there have either worked in the logging industry or something related to it. Certainly don't like to hear it. It's not a good thing. It's not a very good thing, no.
RCMP are continuing to investigate the accident and are still interviewing witnesses. On the North Island, Gord Kurbis, CTV News.